Hello, happy Saturday. Sun shining. Wow! What a great day. As usual, I'm in. I was going to go out, but by the time I'd done my shower and done everything else, the family came home, which was unexpected. I'd actually locked them out. But I didn't think they were coming back till tomorrow. Anyway, they've come back, had a shower and everything, done some washing, gone back out again. I'm back tomorrow. They're like revolving doors, aren't they? In, out, in, out, in, out. Yeah, well, I'll show you what I'm wearing today for a start off. I'm wearing a rather massive sweater, which I'm trying to rescue by putting a macrame belt on, but it's rather huge. I think this will be going in the charity pile. And I've got a lovely skirt on, if you can see it. One of my lovely big sort of Indian type skirts. Really nice colour. Which is why I'm wearing the sort of orangey coloured beads. Yeah, as I say, this sweater, I put it on this morning. Sadly, it is not warm enough for a t-shirt as yet. So I put this sweater on this morning and I thought, my goodness, it fits where it touches. You know, it's massive, huge. I've sort of gone off this big floppy baggy look, yeah. Anyway, I have finished off the sweater that I was knitting. If you can see it, let me move my camera so that it's in. Whenever I move the camera upwards, I always knock it off, which is not very good, is it? Yeah, there you are. You've got, you've either got to have the neck or not the bottom, or you've got the bottom and not the neck. It's a very easy pattern, even though it looks very complex. So I finished that off, yes. I'm just hoping it does fit, because I've tended to go a little bit to the smaller size with it. As I told you before, I've gone off this big floppy baggy look. Because, you know, really it doesn't do you any favours, does it? You know, if you're wearing anything several sizes too big for you, it makes you look even bigger, yeah. That's my opinion anyway. Anyway, I used this gorgeous yarn, which unfortunately I think has been deleted. I don't think it's around anymore. Trendsetter. It's what I made my cardigan in, and I had it left over. Got a little bit of glitter in it. My friend actually said to me, oh, is that cardigan for sale? Is it? Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Sadly, no, because I cannot get the wool again. If it's anything that I can get the wool again, I'm sort of half willing to part with it. But when you can't get the wool again, you know, you tend to think, no. And the main colour was just the Stylecraft Chunky, which is actually quite a sturdy chunky. It's not the softest, it feels quite nylon-y, even though it says it's acrylic. 100% acrylic cortel, but it does feel very nylon-y, very sort of stiffish, nylonish, yeah. The pattern, I think I've mentioned before, I doubt very much you'll be able to get the book. Doubt it very, very much. You can try, however, but I sort of doubt it. It's a Lister's pattern called Textures in Tibet. It's a booklet, and it cost me the whole magnificent sum of 30p. I did buy it from my shop, of course. And the pattern I am knitting is, when I find the picture, I can find anything else but the picture. Oh, there it is. That's the pattern. I have altered it slightly because it's got baggy sleeves and, dare I say, a baggy bottom. It's just got garter stitch at the bottom and garter stitch at the sleeves and garter stitch round the neck. And I made it like that the first time I made it, which was several moons ago. But I found it rather sort of shapeless. It was the fashion at the time, let's face it. So I decided I would put ribbing. Knit one purl, one ribbing on the bottom, the cuffs. I made the cuffs into sort of like a balloon. I started off with less stitches and increased to the number of stitches they told me to actually cast on. So I don't know whether or not you will be able to get this booklet, but there's quite a lot of patterns in it actually. But as Lister's has been defunct for many, many years, I don't think that you will actually be able to get it. Still, I've not got a lot to talk to you about actually. There's not a lot I did. Did I speak to you after I went to the cafe? I can't remember. Went to the cafe. Went to get my prescription after that, and as usual, guess what? No injections. I mean, the lady in the pharmacy, she did say, it's not very fair, is it? She said that people are buying it for weight loss, and you can't get it for your diabetes. It's not fair, is it? So I said, yeah, but that's not helping. Saying it's not very fair, it's not helping me to get it. It isn't the fact that it doesn't help me with my weight loss, because it doesn't, because I'm only taking the one injection once a week, which doesn't help with the weight loss. It is to control the sugars, yeah. But my main problem is, you see, once I go without it for 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever it is, till they give it me back again, I then start with all the stomach issues. And believe me, the stomach issues are not fun. So I keep reading on, Tinterweb. I keep reading, on Twitter or X as it was called, and Instagram, all these people who say, oh my God, these side effects, I'm throwing up, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I've got the stomach issues, I've got but I've lost 12 pounds, and I'm like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to have all these stomach issues? And they are saying now that if you're doing it like that, injecting yourself every day or whatever they're doing, that it's linked to pancreatitis, which, if anybody's had pancreatitis or cancer of the, cancer of the pancreas, which, touching wood, thankfully I haven't, but I believe it isn't a joke, it's not funny. Having bad stomach, IBS, whatever I get, isn't funny. If I'm on it all the time without a break, I have very little issues. I just have my normal IBS issues. But if I have a big break, then I start to take it again, wallop, comes back with a vengeance. So as I say, I cannot understand people taking it purely for weight loss. Because quite frankly, the people who are taking it for weight loss, they could achieve that weight loss with a good, decent diet. That's the way I lost 4 stone, which is 4 times 14 pounds if you're in the US. And that wasn't through Ozempic or whatever the heck I inject myself with. That was purely through me cutting down. I'd actually lost the 4 stone before I ever restarted on these injections. So I can't say, oh wow, when I don't have them I'm putting weight on, or when I take them I'm losing weight. It doesn't work with me. It doesn't work. All I hope is when I'm on them is controlling my blood sugars. Having said that, my friend and I decided to call at the market, Fleetwood Market, on the way back from the pharmacy, because she came with me to the pharmacy after the cafe. We went in, and Fleetwood Market is a glittering array of old ladies' nighties and directoire knickers, yes. It's kind of not fashion in any shape or form, but we found the sweet stall, which was a bit, yes, and it was £1 a bag for these sweets, which we paid about £2.20 for when we went to Affinity the other day, because I like the spearmint chews. So it was £1 a bag, but it was 6 bags for £5. So of course, the frugality in Janet had to say, yeah, well, I'm saving £1 if I buy 6 bags. So guess who has been eating sweeties? I got treacle toffee, I got licorice toffee, I got the spearmint chews, and I got a bag of fudge. And I won't like to tell you how many bags are now missing. But quite a few. My friend went even more madder than me. She got 12 bags for £10. But she's not diabetic, so I'll let her off. Yeah. So anyway, I wasn't aiming to go back into the shed, but I didn't. I just wanted to finish crocheting off a cardigan. I've got all the bits crocheted, I've got to stitch it together, which I may do before my live tonight. On the live tonight I'll probably be knitting, because I've knitted a back and a front of a little baby cardigan. So I may try to finish. I'm in sort of a finishing off mode at the moment, rather than a starting off mode. I can think of several things I want to start. In fact, my friend wants me to make her one of these, but with a turquoise. But I have to take photographs to find out what kind of turquoise she means. I think I mentioned before, turquoise covers a very wide colour range. It goes from the blue at one end to the green at the other, and all the shades in between. So I've got two possibilities that I've found. So I need to show them to her and see whether she likes either one of them, yeah? To go for the contrast. I've got the white. I bought the white last week, I think I told you. Yeah, I did, yeah. Couldn't get the chunky, so I had to get double knit and double it up. Yeah, I did tell you. So that's what it was, yeah. So I haven't managed to go in the shed. I go in with all the will in the world, you know, and I get in there and it overwhelms me. Absolutely, totally overwhelms me. And my tidying brain sort of goes out the window. I look around and I just look and I look and I think I don't know where to start. So I'm looking and I'm looking and oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. You see, brain of a butterfly flits about. Yeah, grasshopper, butterfly, whatever you want to call it, yeah. It gets easily distracted. And that's the trouble with me, is I get very easily distracted. It's like, ooh, shiny, yeah. So I sat in the shed and I looked around and I'm thinking, is there any more that I would like to get rid of? And I'm like, no, not really. Shall I take photographs of these garments and put them on eBay? Well, maybe, but not today, because the weather's not looking clever and you'd have to try and get a good light to take the photos. I've always got a good excuse. Procrastination again, Janet. Yes, I know. I've always got a good excuse why I don't do it that particular day. There's always tomorrow. I don't know whether you're like that or what. I get up in the morning and go in the bathroom, obviously have my shower, do whatever, get myself ready, sorted, have some breakfast. And then the enthusiasm has sort of diminished a little. So then I try to rally the troops up in the brain. You know, come on, rally, 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 Janet, rally. And I think, I'll just look on eBay, I'll just look on internet, I'll just look on YouTube for 5 minutes. Ooh, it's dinner time. Well, maybe I'll make myself a snack and have a drink, and then maybe in the afternoon, maybe I'll then go out to the shed. And then it's like, oh, something else has cropped up, something else. Oh, look, the postman. The day has gone. I mean, now I don't know what time it is. I'll have a little look. But I've been doing nothing really. What time is it? 7 minutes past 4. The day is gone. Too late for me to go in the shed now. Could do a couple of hours, but the mood's gone. I'll probably go back in the other room now in my lounge and stitch together the cardigan that I've just finished. Then maybe I'll have something to show you. Well, I'll next make a video, whenever that may be. Oh, joy, Janet, oh joy. You are such a procrastinator, you really are. If anybody's got a spare electric cattle prodder, you know, that you go zzz, zzz, with cattles and zzz, zzz, I need one. Zzz. Whether it would make me go zzz, a taser. No, a taser might knock me out too much. No, I think a taser's a bit too drastic, isn't it? Yeah. But my get up and go has definitely got up and went. If you saw which way it went, can you let me know? Because it ain't coming back anytime soon. I have recovered my crojo, that's one good thing. I'm still having problems with the hand. It's healed up lovely, as you can see, but it's still flipping sore. And I've got dead finger ends. The finger ends feel like, you know when you've been in the bath too long and all your fingers and your toes go like little shriveled up prunes. Well, that's what my fingers feel like, yeah. I haven't got the feeling back into them. I've got about half of the feeling back. They're not completely dead. But if you could see me trying to pick anything up off the floor, you know, if I drop a coin or drop anything small. This hand hasn't got any nails at the minute, so I can't pick things up with that hand. Can't pick things up with this hand because I can't feel it. So, you know, I could be there for 10 minutes, you know, picking something. And drop something like a credit card or anything, I have got no chance. I need to get a bit of chewing gum or something and stick it on the end of my grabber, and then I can go thump and stick it on, and then I can take it off. Because that's the only way. Buttons, needles, anything like that on the floor. If it's down there, it kind of stays there. Yeah. I've got a couple of magnets somewhere, but I don't know where they are. And my last grabber had a magnetic end, but of course I broke it, didn't I? I get a new grabber, you know what I mean by a grabber, like a litter picker thing, yeah. Doesn't have a magnet on the end of this one. I obviously didn't read the spiel very well, did I? Or spiel, I should say, very well. And I didn't realise how much I relied upon that magnet on the end for picking up things like that. A needle, sewing needle. There it goes. Pick it up. But like I said, this grabber doesn't have one. Big mistake. Somewhere in my sewing stuff, somewhere, I've got two magnets. You know, the horseshoe magnets, like, you know. I don't know where they are. They're probably in the depths of the shed. It's like the TARDIS, that shed, if you've watched Doctor Who. It's like the TARDIS. It's quite big on the outside, but it's sort of bigger on the inside. Or it's got more things crammed in it, I should say. I really do need to tidy it. I tidied it last year and it looked amazing. It was all tidied. Nothing on the floor, tidied. It's all crept in again. And it's not because I've been buying things, because I haven't. It's just stuff sort of drifted in. I've done craft fairs, put things into bags, never unpacked the bags, you know? Thinking maybe I'll be doing another craft fair. Now I've decided I am not doing another craft fair. I'm just going to sell everything off. I will be bombarding you in the near future. I will be showing you my little boho tops and things. Be prepared. And yeah, I've decided I'm not doing any more craft fairs because I never made any money at it, and it was just costing me money to have the stall. And it was killing me back, lugging the bags, you know, across and trying to set your stall up. It killed me, absolutely. I couldn't do anything. I needed to sit down the whole time, which you cannot set your stall out when you're standing up. Without standing up, I should say. You can't set your stall out sitting down. You can't do it. So I'd be like, put 2, 3 things on, sit down. Put 2 or 3 things on, sit down. That's the story of my life. Yeah, I hate whinging. You know I do hate whinging. But when I stand up, my spine does that. And I can feel it compressing down, and it presses on the nerves of my legs and everything. And I stand for so long, and then I think, you have to sit down or you will fall down. And it's not a nice sensation. But it is the cross I have to bear, and it's what I have to live with, and it is no good whinging and whining, because it won't change a thing. That's my lot to bear. Other people have got a heck of a lot more to bear than I do. So I think, why should I sit here complaining, you know? Yeah, my dad used to say there's a lot in the graveyard, I'd wish there were you. Which he's right, yeah. And I used to say, oh Dad, mate, you know, my back hurts. Because I mean, my back problems of 20 years have been on the... More than 20 years, actually, I've had spinal troubles. But so my dad knew all about it. But he used to say, stop whining, stop whinging, there's plenty in the graveyard, wish there were you. And I used to think, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm still here. Still clocking on. Still annoying you folks. Still here. Aren't you lucky to have me well, not every week. Oh, blooming heck, my computer switched itself off again today. It went stump. I thought, oh, please, please, no. Anyway, it came back on again, and hopefully it stayed on. So my loose wire situation is not solved. My loose wire situation, wherever this rogue loose wire is, it's still there. So, oh goddess of loose wires, I beseech you, keep my wire plugged in tonight while I do my live, because it is so annoying, because if it cuts out, it won't let you rejoin your live, you have to start all over again. And that means that all the people are still waiting in the other live, wondering where on earth you've gone, because you just go kaput, and you go, you know. And then you get these little messages saying, where are you? I'm having to start all over again with a different live, which is, like you say, you lose so many people because everybody's still waiting for you to come back on the other one, which you can't get back on. Big fault with YouTube, that. You cannot rejoin your live once you've been kaputted off it, yeah. It won't let you. Still, there's a lot of things I should be doing. I could paint my doll's house. My doll's house is over there. It's actually made it into here, wherever it is. There it is, my dolly's house, which is waiting to be painted purple, of course. My cardigan is drying, which I washed it because, of course, I don't put woolies in the tumble dryer because it makes them felt and it reduces their shelf life. So I let them dry naturally. So I put them on a hanger, put them in here, which is quite warm. Well, it's the warmest room in the house, to be quite truthful. Go in the lounge, it's degrees colder. So that's what I'll do. Anyway, it might be a short video today because I can't think of anything else to tell you. Life gets tedious, don't it? That's from something else. I think it was a song. I'm a bit like Michael Caine. Random bits of stupidity stick in my brain. Things I should remember, like people's birthdays, passwords. Haha, don't get me started on passwords. They don't stick at all. No. Can't remember. If my phone went down, I could never remember anybody's phone number if I hadn't written it down in my little book. So, I might actually phone a friend. I might actually phone Sue to see whether or not she's around. When it's nice in Scotland, she might be gardening. She may not answer the phone. Answer the phone, I know you're home. I think she leaves the phone in the house when she's doing her gardening. Yeah. So I may try that. Maybe she'll have some news to tell me. Maybe she'll have some updates that I can regale you with. Maybe I'll do something very interesting. Yeah. Oh, they've started doing... Oh, you won't know about it, will you? There's like a lookout tower that's been derelict for years in Fleetwood. Anyway, an architect's bought it and he's supposed to be doing something with it. We don't know quite what, because we don't think he's going to be allowed to live in it. Actually, it's going to be too small. He might be making a studio out of it or something like that. Because it's not linked up to the mains as far as I know. It was something to do with the lookouts for the lifeboats, but they've got scaffolding up, so something's moving there. The amusement arcade that was further up has now closed down, and they were taking all the machines out of it. So we had to go into the roadway to get past them with our our scooters because he was blocking all the pavement up, taking all these big amusement machines out. So that's something else that's gone from Fleetwood, the amusement arcade. Not that I ever went in it, but it's gone. You know, nothing ever comes to Fleetwood, everything goes from Fleetwood. You know, I don't think they'd be happy until Fleetwood's empty. All the shops are going, you know, there's nothing. How depressing. Still, such is life. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and maybe stitch up my cardigan, sew the buttons on it. I went into the shed to try and tie some teeth to try and find some green buttons, but I didn't have any. So it's going to get some sort of mingly buttons on. Because I can't be bothered looking on eBay to try and find 4 green buttons and wait for them to arrive. I'm very impatient when it comes to things like that. So it'll have to have mingly buttons on instead of green. Didn't have any green. Several shades of green, but not the green I've just made the cardigan with. So I'm going to go now and make myself a drink before I make myself some tea. And if you're around and about at 9 o'clock, then you will see me on the live. Still wearing the same outfit, no doubt. So bye for now. Have a good day. Have a nice weekend. Bye.